Previously on The Walking Dead.
I attract weak men.
What?
I've been celibate for 2 years.
You two people that came out of you. What you talking about? Yeah, you're not a virgin. You got two people came out of you. What's going on?
Oh, no, you did not.
Oh no, you did not have the nerve to bring vagina out here and close it up at 37 years old with two kids.
I really love being a woman. I really love being a woman and being a female artist. I do.
Well, God said, I will bury Moses. Y'all leave Moses alone and let Joshua keep going. And Stacy will get her due. God will reward Stacy. Anytime you see Ossoff and Warnock and Biden in Washington, you're looking at the work of Stacey Abrams.
What was the photograph of Mr. Depp?
My side of the bed was human fecal matter.
And shortly after I was sentenced on the 11th of February, was detained another American in the airport on the 17th.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, which was Miss Griner. So I believe that a person could easily say, of course they used the two situations as an advantage for their political agenda.
If you're single and no kids and not working at least 60 hours a week, you're lazy.
And you think you're going to make him wait until marriage? How do you think that's...
Sweetheart, I'm going to tell you like this. My cookies is worth the wait.
Well, first off, check that, sweet. I know your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made nobody wait. You got two kids without a marriage.
Honestly, if you ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10. Yeah, let's get back to reality.
If he died, he died. Okay? And if black women want to express that they don't have a problem with it, or if they're happy, we have the right to do that. They have no problem with expressing. I have heard these men say that they didn't care about the lives of black women. They didn't care about black women's children. I don't care.
18-year-old Jordan Petit, a would-be carjacker, shot and killed last Friday by the driver of the car he was trying to steal.
He's white, so he deserves it.
He's got to leave. Let him get in the car. Get your white face out of here.
Get your white face out of here.
So 420 gas is the price to pay to just stick it to Putin?
No, it's not 420. I think it's actually 499.
This is ridiculous. That don't make no sense.
Getting it over here is what's hard right now.
We have our own supply. We need to supply our own people. We need to worry about our own shit here in America.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition?
No. Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
The deadly mass shooting on the St. Francis Hospital complex came just 2 weeks after the gunman, identified as Michael Lewis, went there for back surgery. Tulsa police say Lewis returned to the hospital Wednesday, armed with an AR-15 style rifle he purchased that day, along with the handgun he purchased 3 days ago.
Democrats see every mass shooting as a political opportunity, right? They see it as a way to score political points. That's why she did not care about waiting for the facts to come out before making her claim about what the motivations of the mass shooting were. All she knows is that, oh, this happened on the anniversary of the Black Wall Street massacre. It must be white supremacy, right?
Now, I don't particularly like Trump, but I'm not against him. I did not vote for that damn fool that they had running against him, that racist what I heard the first time in 1972 when I was doing an intern thing at a DC think tank.
Referring to Barack Obama, he said, first mainstream African American who is bright, articulate, and clean. How racist.
10. Yeah, that's up there. That's like gotta be like a 10, a 9. Yeah, because it's like you're implying that most black people, most African Americans aren't that way.
He said, if you don't vote for me, talking about black people, Well, you ain't black.
You don't vote for me, you're not black.
Bruh, that's like, come on, bro. Like, that is a 10.
How many nip slips am I allowed to get on the 4th of July?
A state senator from Rhode Island who thought that it was a good idea to twerk upside down in a bikini for votes.
Detectives tell Fox 5 robbery was the motive. They continue the search for others seen in the video, actually removing items from Frazier's body after the shooting.
So they're literally trying to destroy us. They're trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy the movement.
Okay, so this is insane. In real time right now, I am watching Patrisse Cullors do a live claiming that I went to her property and demanded to speak to her. And she's, I only way I can describe it is she sounds like she's really scared. We're working on a documentary talking about all the funding pertaining to Black Lives Matter. Oh my God, I think she's crying on this live.
You need regulation. You cannot let these guys control discourse in this country or we are headed to hell. We are there. Trump opened the gates of hell and now they're chasing us down.
Wait, we gotta get it. News on the northern edge of Moscow. The judge has found Brittany Griner guilty. She's 31 years old, could face 10 years in jail.
Many months later.
Welcome to the University Baptist Church, both for those of you here and those of you who are here on live stream.
Her name is Britta Filter, and she is the Queen of New York!
Just when I thought school couldn't get any weirder, it did today. Oh, I'm looking at the seating chart as I'm going up and down the rows and marking who's here and who's not. I get to the third row and I hear this meow. Who's doing it? And this little girl in the very front row says, "You have to meow back at him. He identifies as a cat."
Well, there's an old man on the loose from the institution and he's on a bicycle. Look at him. He comes to a stop. And down he goes. Down goes Sleepy Joe all the way down, hard and fast like his approval rating. All the way down, and he fell hard. Look at that. He fell really hard. What a disgrace. You know, and they're blaming it on Vladimir Putin. They say Putin pushed him off the bike. Putin pushed him off. What a disgrace. You see everybody trying to help him, and nothing worked until they brought over a little girl with a big, beautiful head of hair, and he took a sniff and popped right back up like nothing happened. This is what Build Back Better looks like, folks. Nothing is built, nothing is back, and absolutely nothing is better, believe me.
Hey. Hi. What's your name?
My name is Mel.
Mo. Go ahead and answer the question. Are you a boy or are you a girl?
I am neither, actually.
What? You were clearly born either a boy or a girl.
Well, I personally think it's none of your business. You don't need to know what's in my pants.
Ah. You know what? I agree. It's not really any of your business.
Yeah.
This organization, with the understanding that the diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio.
Burrito, taco, taco, burrito, taco, taco, taco. Don't think just because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco flavored kisses, honey. Fulfill all your wishes with my taco flavored kisses.
You gotta get this. He got to I will not lose.
A few moments later.
Somebody else die. What you about to go through? Yo. All right. Yo, all right.
But I kind of came to awareness of you with the Cardi B WAP.
The men, they seem so confident in what they're saying, and they don't have no problem with talking about their sexuality and how they're gonna have sex with you. So I was like, well, I could do that, and it's gonna sound fire coming from a woman.
She belongs to the streets.
I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Bye.
Looks scary. Do you know what I am? No? I'm a drag queen.
So you're gay?
I am. Good question. I came out of the closet when I was 21 years old.
What's coming out of the closet means?
Everybody.
Oh my God, bro. He's sitting here talking about coming out of the closet with little kids.
That's enough internet for me today.
So, I just want to take the opportunity to celebrate and congratulate my friend, my colleague, my partner in truth, Karine Jean-Pierre, the next White House press secretary.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
First, as you all know, she will be the first Black woman, the first out LGBTQ plus person to serve in this role, which is amazing because representation matters.
Creation.
Holy crap, we don't care.
The world, women in the world have conducted sex strikes in history. In 2003, a sex strike helped to end Liberia's brutal civil war, and the woman who started it was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. In 2009, Kenyan women enforced a sex ban until political infighting ceased. Within 1 week, there was a stable government. Okay, we have more power than we think we have, and some of it could be right in the bedroom.
Yo, bitches be bonkers.
Certain dates echo throughout history when our democracy came under assault. December 7th, 1941. September 11th, 2001. And January 6th, 2021.
Break it down in layman's terms for people who don't understand what's going on and how can this directly affect the people of the United States.
So Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
Is she retarded? If it weren't for Candace Owens, I would almost think he was going for irony. But her looking at him like that and their arms being interlocked, it's too far. It's too far gone.
To follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book.
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
I put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but it's not
you put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff is
Great,
not
so let's move on.
Let's
move on.
I got us donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
Oh, now I get it. She's a moron.
During the meeting in question, the suit filed by George Smirniotis claims that the mayor said she had a bigger male body part than the Park District lawyers on the call and Italians, and that she claimed to have the biggest male body part in the city.
I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Trans people don't transition for athletics. We transition to be happy and authentic and our true selves. Transitioning to get an advantage is not something that ever factors into our decisions.
You didn't transition to win more medals?
No.
She's black! Mama, she's black! I think she's round. What? She's black!
The court has voted and decided to overrule Roe and Casey.
Well, it's all over Twitter, people. The corrupted Supreme Court is going to overturn Roe v. Wade. We're now back in the dark ages. You are now in a prison. That's what men think of women.
I am single. I am a homeowner. I have no children. I'm 26.
Okay.
I believe I'm attractive. I believe I'm friendly. I'm nice. So I don't know why I don't got this ring yet.
What's wrong? What's some of your flaws?
I don't, and you know, at my age now, I'm 26.
Okay,
and
what's some of your flaws?
my flaws would be, well, shit, I don't know.
It's a 9-second video causing uproar across America today. A beloved Sesame Place character, Rosita, appears to snub two little girls of color who reach out for a hug.
This is one of two videos of Chuck E. Cheese ignoring little Safa Muhammad.
You're alive! Shut up!
You guys need to just let it go! Grief in silence! This is not okay! This is not a George Floyd situation. George Floyd was unarmed! He was unarmed!
You're alive!
Biden drew a line between what happened on January 6th and the attack on your husband. The president said, I quote, "The assailant entered the home asking, 'Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?' Those were the very same words used by the mob when they stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th.
That's right.
Do you draw that same line?
Absolutely. There's no question. It's the same thing, and copycat or whatever it happens to be.
An officer accused of punching a woman in the face in Harlem last Tuesday after she appears to take a swing at him during an arrest. The body cam video cutting out shortly after the blow, but you can hear shocked onlookers shouting at the officers. Police said officers were there to arrest a man for attempted murder before the altercation happened. Earlier this week, cell phone video showed the incident where the woman can be seen falling back and hitting her head on the pavement.
But back to the former president's tweet, you would expect better of him. However, he's not. How the Democrats do this, how they take advantage of death and disaster in this country for their own political gain, right? It's almost as if they see these events as a holiday. I mean, actually, it's not even like almost as if they see it that way. They actually do, because they are celebrating the 2nd anniversary of George Floyd's death like a holiday.
Showing up to teach 4th grade the day after the Don't Say Gay bill passes through the Florida House.
This is my flag that was flying that the officer took down. Yes, it says fuck Biden and fuck you for voting for him. So yes, I guess you can say that it's a pro-Trump flag.
In November, we will choose healing. We will choose Kentucky.
According to the United States intelligence community, domestic terrorism from white supremacists is the most lethal terrorist threat in the homeland.
Meanwhile,
Frank James from Wisconsin, who police are calling a person of interest this morning. They found his credit card and a key and a bag of items found at the scene and quickly linked him to this U-Haul that was rented in Philadelphia and then discovered miles from the scene of the shooting in Gravesend. Police believe that he parked that van, then jumped on a Manhattan-bound N train during yesterday morning's commute. Police say the suspect, wearing a gas mask, set off 2 smoke bombs before opening fire. Investigators now working to determine his next move.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
Don't worry, I'll wait. Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. But when I'm catcalled in the street, When incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or I might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Bumbuckler! A .22 caliber bullet will lodge in a lung. A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
We know what works on this. It includes let's have an assault weapons ban. An assault weapon is a weapon of war with no place in a civil society.
You serious?
Oh my God.
Here's a gun I carry every single day to protect myself, my family, my wife, my home. So this gun would be banned.
I hope the gun is not loaded.
I'm at my house. I can do whatever I want with my guns. The Army got me fucked up. Well,
a few moments later.
Russia invaded Ukraine. This is my first term. And like, it's like, y'all, like, what makes me so mad is like, y'all are so insensitive. Y'all want to talk about, oh, this is what you signed up for. This is what you, nobody goes into the military wanting to go to war, thinking they're going to go to war. I'm financed, for crying out loud. Nobody thinks this is going to happen. But like, civilians, y'all get to go home. Y'all get to go to y'all families. Y'all go to work. Y'all know what y'all life is going to be. My life is so unpredictable. I could be deployed within the next few days. Like, I really just, like, I didn't come into the Army for this. And it's just, it really, like, it kind of, it hurts me, like, and I don't really like to let stuff affect me, but this is affecting me because this is my life. But if anything, I really just want people to be like, be more sensitive to the situation, because this is my life we're talking about. Like, there's potential that, like, honestly, like, there's potential that anybody going over there can't come back, won't come back.
I've just always loved beautiful things. It's just a part of me. I've been doing makeup since I was 13 years old. I just have always just loved making women feel beautiful. Oh my God.
Jamie Lopez, star of Supersize Salon and founder of Baby Doll Beauty Couture, has died. She was 37 years old. According to TMZ, Jamie died of heart complications on Sunday after being admitted to a hospital in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay, so you have to read this thing.
Oh, I've got a legal note. I do have a quick legal note.
You gotta milk this cow.
Yes, I have a legal note.
Do you have a legal note again?
Oh, I do. Wow, another one.
So what?
I have two legal.
Blah, 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 blah.
Know how much it means to me to have you swear me in today, and I thank you. And for me, this is the highest honor as well, for their trust and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost to my personal...
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
I've got a lot of...
And he was like, Miss A. Marie, you remember me? I said, yeah. He said, I'll be 25 tomorrow my birthday. You remember what you said? I said, you remember that? He said, yes, I remember it. I thought about it every day. I said, is that right? I said, you know what? I am a woman of my word. I can't say something and not hold up to it. But bring your birth certificate and stop by tomorrow on your birthday. And I got some birthday cake for you, okay? I'm a woman of my word.
The individual went inside. As I said, he's an 18-year-old white male, walked into the store and began engaging customers inside the store. One of the individuals inside the store is a security guard, a beloved security guard, who was a retired Buffalo police officer, a hero in our eyes, engaged the suspect, fired multiple shots, struck the suspect, but because he had heavily armored plating on, that bullet had no round. The suspect engaged our retired officer, and he was ultimately shot and deceased at the scene.
Netflix is continuing their support of Dave Chappelle. This time it's showing him actively antagonizing students, some of whom are probably trans. Remember a few weeks ago when his theater was named his alma mater? Netflix's new Chappelle special is of that speech.
I will get Biden's radical left ideology out of our military, and I did. And in the first day, they put it back. They signed an executive order and they put it back. It was gone. We will abolish every Biden COVID mandate and rehire every patriot who was fired from our military with an apology and full back pay.
And as promised, here are your Scooby snacks.
The judge did not let Brooks question Patterson again. He was removed from the courtroom multiple times.
In my almost 11 years on the bench, I've presided over dozens and dozens of cases that have gone to trial. To say that this has been the most challenging of my career would be an understatement.
The judge at one point even said she felt scared in the courtroom after Brooks slammed his table.
Right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break.
Or with Ukraine and Russia. If we had a nuclear war, it would be worth it if it could just save one life. My closing statement, my only regret is that I didn't stop Breonna Taylor's killers. I still remember like it was yesterday. I was shopping at Target in the Pride section looking for a shirt for my 6-year-old openly gay transgender nephew after I got off work at Starbucks where I'm a barista. But at least I know that I was helping the LGBTQ community while Breonna Taylor was killed. Every night I lay on my pillow and I pray that Dr. Fauci will make a vaccine for white supremacy. I hate myself!
Thank you. That's your time. Appreciate it. Well,
I'm gonna take a knee for George Floyd.
yeah, could you do that over there so we can get the next person?
The exchange began with a tweet from Andrew Tate flexing on his car collection, asking for Greta's email address. He tweeted, "Hello, Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8.0 liter quad turbo. My two Ferrari 812 Competizones have 6.5 liter V12s. This is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions." And of course he attached this image of his beautiful Bugatti as he's filling it up. Then this prompted her reply. She said, "Yes, please do. Enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
You'll never be what you could have been, but only what you are. And what you are is a racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, Trump-loving, cis-straight white man. That is all you will ever be to me."
He directed it to 2 students, not directly calling them the N-word, but just telling them not to say it. This caused a lot of people to be in shock because we weren't expecting him to say the actual word.
So, intentional weight loss, so you purposely saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, is fat phobic.
I still ain't getting no sparkling water. I still ain't getting no champagne. I still ain't getting nothing. I didn't have a salesperson inside of my VIP suite the whole time I was there. I had to keep screaming for VIP people to help me out. Now everybody don't know where the real manager is. You heard? I'm tired of this. We spending all this money as entertainers inside these stores. They hire these black people, and these black people are more racist than white people when they get their job inside of Gucci.
They don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them, and then people are yelling at me because I don't have their orders ready and I don't know what to do. and a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have their order ready, and so they were just like talking like each other, and they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard. What the fuck?
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Thanks for the tip.
At the end of the second set, I had gone back to serve, and, you know, they heckled throughout the entire game. That's just a part of sports. You get used to playing through extreme environments like that. And very distinctly, though, you know, I heard a very strong and negative racial slur. And we played our third set on the opposite side of the net from them. And in the fourth set, when we went back to that side, it was almost as though, like, the atmosphere of the student section had changed. And even, like, my teammates who were on the bench, like my black teammates who were on the bench who don't play, like, they were being called out, pointed at. It was really confusing as to why. And that's when the racial slurs and heckling, it just grew more extreme, more intense. So.
Are y'all aware that y'all often take up space with disregard for the people of color around you? If there's any confusion, I can give you guys an example. I'm from New York City. Sometimes a sidewalk is narrow to the point where there's only enough room for two modes of traffic, one going and one coming. But that has never stopped white people from walking side by side and holding hands and expecting you to either stand and wait for them to pass or walk in the street if you need to keep going. Are you guys aware that this is something that you do, or is it something that happens by accident? Because people of color are taught to be aware of how much space they're taking up at all times. So watching you guys take up space without even thinking about it is mind-blowing to a lot of us.
You're a medical doctor. What's a woman?
It's important for you to understand why I said I use she, her pronouns.
Well,
because I understand that there are people.
I was explaining why I'm asking the question, but I'd just like to get an answer to the question. What's a woman?
I think it's important that we educate people like you about why we're doing the things that we do. And so the reason that I use she and her pronouns is because I understand that there are people who become pregnant that may not identify that way. And I think it is discriminatory to speak to people or to call them in such a way as they desire not to be called.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Oh yeah! Oh! Oh yeah! Yes, yes.
Is 45 billion not enough?
Nope.
Not enough? How much more should we give to Ukraine instead of our own people? Should the U.S. send $1 trillion of our taxpayer money to Ukraine? $1 trillion?
This is the least expensive
What about $2
method
trillion?
of ensuring democracy globally.
$1 trillion? Is there any limit?
There's no. It's not close to $1 trillion.
If Ukraine is a democracy, why did Zelensky ban all opposition media and 13 political parties? No, I'm not. I'm not paid by Moscow.
Yeah, that's
great. Senator, do you know how many billions we've sent to Ukraine?
We're going to send a lot more.
Yeah, you want to send more?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all in. I'm all in.
You're all in?
Yeah.
I sincerely believe in this old world that everything is beautiful. I mean, if I wake up in the morning and see these plants out here and all those flowers that are in there and the green grass on the ground, that's beautiful. And people don't realize what they have. They bitch about it. And then nowadays, I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. We haven't got the country we had when I was raised, not at all. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. It's just not the same. That's not what our boys, that's not what they died for. it? Darling, I'm so sorry. I'll be all right. It just takes me time to get over it. Why me? See, sitting here like this, see, all this going on. Listen, it's just, Emily, it's just not the same. That isn't what we fought for. Oh well, I should be worried about it, I guess. I'm 100 years old, they say.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, girls and boys, gentlemen and ladies, how y'all doing? Now, understand something. I was supposed to make this video by the 1st of January, but, you know, crap happens, I have a life. So that's why I have another promo, another slogan behind the 8 Ball Studios. Because I am always behind the 8 Ball. As you know, this is my part-time gig, but nevertheless, I am here. So let me do this intro officially. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, girls and boys, gentlemen and ladies and rebroadcasters, I'm your boy Jay Brooklyn, the place to be. This video is brought to you by Holla at Your Boy Records, Let's Go Pictures, and Behind the 8 Ball Studios. And this video is pretty much the best of 2022, as you saw in the 30 minutes. I hope you stuck with it and enjoyed my little montage. But first and foremost, I'd like to say big shout out to the Black Conservative Perspective, aka Greg Foreman, because most of the clips was by him and his videos, as you saw him in the inserts down there as he was doing his reaction in some of the videos. He's just one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch for information along news, because pretty much I work all day, so I don't get a chance to go home and watch the news. So I come to people like Greg Foreman, Brandon Tatum, Jesse Lee Peterson, Anthony Brian Logan, and some other people that I watch and listen to when I'm on the road doing my job. But basically, 2022, you know, I would like to keep this channel a supernatural language channel, okay? But, you know, like pushing the envelope there, I want to keep it somewhat on an AMC basis. And there's going to be certain words I'm going to say that might offend people, but guess what? I don't care, because I am the IOD. So basically, 2022, for those of you who are not woke and progressive enough, will be best summarized as a shit show. Okay? First of all, we lost the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to the GOAT. And Andrew Tate, who has been having a little beef with Mother Nature, Miss Greta Thunberg, who, according to his words, allowed the Matrix get to him. Then we've had gender equality backlash. We've had racism backlash, misinformation, our political leaders grabbing at the fence while screwing us. And we've had other issues along the way, like the big news of 2022 was Brittany Griner. How many people for the first time heard of her only by being jailed for weed paraphernalia in Russia? And the big thing of her being released, and many people I can't keep a straight face. Many people saying that she only got released because she checked every box of the woke ideology checklist: black, gay, and female. And that's been the highlight of getting away with things. And also the inflation. People had the and also the midterms was a big thing in November, and that sparked up a lot of topics like the inflation, racial disparity, police brutality, and even the big A, not adultery, abortion, and what's right and what's not. And of course, we are just on the heels of the anniversary, according to Kamala Harris and the radical left, the biggest event that changed America's history was J6 of 2021, as Trump loyalists tried to overturn the election from Biden. And they're still using COVID as a political tool as well. Yeah, that's a big crap show. And see, the last video that I showed you with the soldier who said he lost his country, that's how we feel. We have literally lost America because it is literally on his axis. Like that teacher who I think was let go or fired. He was first suspended, he was fired because he didn't say the word towards them. He just said, can you stop saying the N-word? And because of that, the students were shocked. But it's all show. It's all for show, people. It's really all for show. And it's funny because as I prolong this video, days into 2023, the same thing's happening again. And you know what? I am sick and tired and sick and tired of the wokeism. That's why I'm wearing my shirt. Get woke. Go broke. Because honestly, like for instance, She-Hulk. I was gonna watch She-Hulk, but then I saw that little snippet on YouTube of She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion twerking. I'm like, that's not woman empowerment. It's not. Because listen, oh, you hate women. No, I actually love women. I actually love watching a female lead. I've watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer still to this day. I re-binge it. Charmed, the original one. I still didn't see the whole new version yet. Who else? Xena. I love Xena. Wonder Woman. Okay. Stranger Things. I have no problem with a strong female lead. I have no problem with that. You know, but it's the fact of when you're just doing too much. Okay? You don't have to, like for instance, Buffy didn't go around there and exert her femininity. Okay? She didn't demand to be treated like a female. She was the slayer. It is what it was. And she beat up majority men. Male vampires, male demons. I mean, she did have that thing with Glory in season 5. But yet, she predominantly was beating up men. The Master, male. It was the second season, Big Bad. Spike kicked his ass. Oh, and Angelus kicked his ass. Okay? She didn't have to go out there twerking and stuff and all that. She had a duty to save the world. And yes, she did want to be primped and pampered, but at the end of the day, she didn't mind getting her hands dirty. But that's just how it is, you know, and being woke, trying to force something down their throats. Another thing that was forced on their throats last year more was this whole I have no problem with anybody. I don't care what religion you are, sexuality. My thing is this: do not push that upon children. You had gay drag shows, you had transgenders coming out to the schools and trying to indoctrinate these children. You had mothers, I'm not gonna say parents, you had mothers trying to force children to change their sex. You had mothers telling boys that you're a girl, making them wear dresses. Let children be children. I wanted to be a Power Ranger at 9 years old. You think my parents told me, okay, you're gonna be the Red Ranger? No, they did the normal thing. They took me to a Power Ranger live show. That was great. That's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to encourage your child, but not feed into their bullshit. Okay? What these parents are doing now, that's called child abuse. It is sexual perversion. Let children be children. They may have their likes, they may have their trends, their fads, their moments of something that they like, but don't feed into it. Let them be kids. Okay? Simple as that. Because there are a lot of people that were born confused who want to change their gender and all this nonsense. They got older and they regret it. Okay? So let them be kids. When they get of age and they want to be that, okay, fine. Be that. You can be it. Do what you want to do. You're 18, you're grown. Not when you're 5 or 6. Nah, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Let them be kids. And the violence in America in 2022. The double standards, the different highlights. They're trying to push white people as the face of violence while ignoring reality. That everybody is violent. But they're letting people of color get away with murder, overlooking it, not putting a highlight on it. You want an example? Okay. Everybody knows about the Buffalo shooting, right? They know. Listen, they know that I refuse to learn this boy's name. Okay? Everybody knows about the Buffalo shooter. I don't know his name. I don't want to know his name. Why? Because I don't care. He's a killer. He should be in jail, locked up. And you know, it's funny. I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. He only did it because of the left saying that they're wiping out white people. I'm not justifying that as an excuse. That's the reason why. Because of the racist ideology and teaching of CRT in these schools, telling students and the new generation the white people are going to be wiped out. So what's going to happen? Self-preservation. They're going to survive by taking out each other. Okay, so that's why he did it. Okay, but on the other side of the coin, you know about the Buffalo shooter, but you people don't want to talk about the other shooter that happened, the mass shootings that happened, or attempted mass shootings that happened, the one in Brooklyn. Okay, 10 people on a Brooklyn train station got injured. No one died, but he still did it. We have got to stop putting white people at the only face of mass shooting. Because look at Chicago, New York, LA, Memphis. It's horrible. It's not, it's basically the purge. Okay, and you have this decline in police activity in these inner cities. It's gonna create more violence. Okay, 2022 was a shit show. Hands down, it was that. And we can change it in 23 if we have to learn from our mistakes. And I'm going to comment on different videos and stories over the course of the months and be a champion against the double standards and the champion of equality. True equality. Not this, oh, because of certain color. No, I'm treating everybody the same. No one is safe. I don't care if you're white, black, gay, straight, short, tall, male, female. If you are out of line, I'm going to expose you on that. Simple. Simple. Now I know that, 2022 was a year, but there was a lot of people that passed away. And I'm highlighting this person only because that her birthday was 3 weeks away from her death. And that was the face of TV, the late great Betty White. She was gonna turn 100, a milestone in a lifespan. She passed away on New Year's Eve of 21. So I'm hyping her up. Betty White passed away. Some other names that people may not know or may have heard of, I'm gonna talk about. John Madden, Jeremiah Green, Anita Pointer, Pope Benedict, Barbara Walters, Keenan Cahill, Bob Penny, Pele, Stephen Twitch Boss, Stuart Maragolin, Kirstie Alley, Christine McVie, Nikki Acox, Jason David Frank, Gallagher, Kevin Conroy, Aaron Carter, Takeoff, Jerry Lee Lewis, Michael Kopsa, Leslie Jordan, Robbie Coltrane, Angela Lansbury, Sarah Lee, Loretta Lynn, Coolio, Louise Fletcher, Queen Elizabeth, Denise Dowse, Anne Heche, Olivia Newton-John, Bill Russell, Nichelle Nichols, Mary Alice, Tony Dow, Paul Sorvino, David Warner, Avanya Trump, Tony Sirico, James Caan, Bob Saget, Sidney Poitier, Ray Liotta, Fred Ward, Jamie Lopez, Gaspard Ulliel, Louis Anderson, Meatloaf, Naomi Judd, and The Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Most of these names that I just mentioned, I knew of them. Some of the names, I mean, I saw their face, but didn't know them. And some, I mean, I've heard of them through passing, but didn't know what they do really. But there's a ton of people that did pass away in 2022, but these are the names that just highlighted the world pretty much, that at least somebody knew, you know, them in some way or fashion. And people that I knew personally, like Kevin Conroy, Jason David Frank, Nikki Acox, really touches me because I watched their shows as well, or shows that they were on, like Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, Jason David Frank, the original green and white Power Ranger. Nikki Acox, she was the original Meg Masters on Supernatural. You know, and actually made this video months ago when Kevin and Jason passed away, that life is precious and we have to hold every moment possible to a degree of significance. We cannot let things pass by so lightly. And matter of fact, someone passed away recently. I forgot about that, but I'll make this video is pretty much supposed to be before the 1st of January, so I'll talk about that death later on in a different video. But with that being said, 22, it was a crap show. It was. And as we're getting into 23, half of the month already passed already, and things are getting rocky as well. Things are still acting as crazy, and we gotta talk about it, address it, to shut it down, to get back our stable mentality before it loses its mind. Because I've been saying this for the past 22 years. I am ready for the bomb to come to restart the world. I've seen every apocalyptic TV show, from The Walking Dead to The 100, and those shows make sense. This right here does not make any sense. So with that being said, let's make 23 a better place to be, with my help and those others speaking the same message, to go against things that do not make sense. So, follow me on Twitter, KANP_TV. That's King Alpha Nerd Presents TV on Twitter. IG, King Alpha Nerd on Instagram for more updates. I actually bought me a green screen, so I'm gonna work on that. And this is the last time you'll see this tree for the rest of the year until December of 2023. Hopefully, if I make it that long, if that creek don't rise. So, you know how we do with the end of the thing. I will see you guys. Say Black channel, different black time. Godspeed. Good night. Holla at your boy. Blackout.